Christmas, we take the Star of Bethlehem for granted. It's been there for as long as we have been celebrating Christmas. But actually, it caused a lot of discussion and controversy amongst historians and scientists as to what it really was. And so we thought we'd just tell its story through music. Have you ever been high up in the mountains with no city lights around, looking towards the sky with all the stars above you? It's really impressive, and it makes you realize why so many generations before us have turned to the stars for support and company and guidance, sometimes in very practical ways like navigation. But let's return to the Star of Bethlehem itself. There are many theories as to what the Star of Bethlehem could have been, astronomically speaking. One of the theories was put forward by Johannes Kepler, an astronomer in the 17th century. He laid down his theory in his book De Stella Nova. He thought that the Star of Bethlehem was actually a supernova, which is a huge explosion at the end of a star's life. Something that at the moment we can actually see in Betelgeuse, the brightest star in the constellation of Orion.
On Betelgeuse, the gold leaves hang in golden isles for twice 100,000,000 miles and twice 100,000,000 years.
So what made this star cross the skies, leading the three wise men to the birthplace of Jesus and stopping, rather conveniently, just above it? When you look into the Bible, it actually tells you remarkably little about the Star of Bethlehem. It's only in the Gospel of Matthew where it's mentioned explicitly, saying, "After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, 'Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw the star in the east and have come to worship him.'" Herod, the Roman governor in Judea at the time, was not so impressed with the competition and asked the three wise men when they passed through to return to him to let him know where they had found the newborn king of the Jews, with slightly ulterior motives, as we know.
Herod the king in his raging charged he has his day, his men of might in his own sight, all children young to slay.
The story of the three kings has a rich and varied history in many, many different Christian traditions. They're not described as kings at all, but rather as magoi in Greek, wise men, magicians perhaps, seers, who come from the east.
But most importantly, they were keen astrologers looking towards the sky and the stars for spiritual guidance.
For its sweetness and gold for a crown, beautiful robes set thy young old Joseph, fair with the firstborn on Bethlehem down.
Other contenders as to what the Star of Bethlehem could have been are, for example, comets or conjunctions of planets. Conjunction of planets basically mean that two planets come very close to each other in the nightly skies, giving you the impression of being one big star. But the theory of the comets was very popular, and you can often see it in paintings, like for instance in the Adoration of the Magi by Giotto from 1305. But let's not forget the rest of the Christmas story and how we can actually listen to it in music. Before we get to Christmas and Christmas being lit up by the Star of Bethlehem, it actually gets quite a bit darker and colder.
Is thou not, how stiff, and wondrous old, by far unfit to bear the bitter cold.
Then one of the most positive messages of the season arrives on the 8th of December, when Gabriel comes to visit Maria to tell her about the imminent arrival of Jesus and her rather important part in it.
The angel Gabriel from heaven came, his wings as drifted snow, his eyes as flame. All hail, said he, thou lowly maiden Mary, most highly favored lady, Gloria.
A little later, we find ourselves under the palm trees of Bethlehem, and it's high time for lullabies for the newborn, but also for the feelings that a newly made mother could possibly have.
Pues andáis en las palmas, ángeles santos, que se duerme mi niño, tened los ramos, tened los ramos.
And then the guests arrive, the angels, the shepherds, and the three wise men. And they do what we know best about Christmas music. They express their praise and festive happiness.
Et exultavit spiritus meus.
What composers have traditionally most set to music for Christmas is the joy about the new arrival, the Messiah, the Savior.
Spiritus meus, et exultavit spiritus meus, et exultavit spiritus meus.
Let's not forget that Christmas is also about cooking and presents. And just in case you had forgotten how to prepare plum pudding, here is the musical recipe. But you do need to be pretty speedy to take it down.
Now first you take 11 pounds of juicy cocoa grapes, combined with 8 pounds of extra fine Tokay. Be sure they are juicy. And then you take 2 cups or so of breadcrumbs, into which you melt a pound or so of butter, fat or lard. You spray, oh you spray.
This was our musical fast track to Christmas. But there is so much more to discover. So we hope to see you soon in one of our Christmas concerts.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. Christmas.